So Jeff, as the sun goes down, it's a little bit harder to see the damage, but you see here some of the roads are still closed where more of the extensive damage is, the power lines that are still down as well. One of kind of the more significant items that people are talking about today, see this area of dirt here in front of the courthouse? This is where a huge shade tree was. Many people say it was something that they liked about the courthouse, but they know that they'll rebuild eventually. There was also a memorial back there that went down, tipped over. These are just some of the sites that you see out here. But one of the areas that has significant damage, also nearby, a bookstore. We'll get to that in just a minute. I want to talk about how the community is coming together. Even people from Huntsville, Madison County, other areas came here today to see if they could help, and they were really surprised about the great job that the Athens city community has done already cleaning up so much. Take a listen to what they had to say.
It's amazing how a tornado can damage one building and skip the next building, damage the next one. It's like the wildfires out on the West Coast, same kind of thing. It's kind of surprising.
So to you, it's impressive how quickly they've come through here and cleaned?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Bob and I expected to see pretty major damage and debris everywhere. We were really amazed, and it took us a few minutes to figure out where the real damage was.
So the community coming together, spending time helping some of the businesses that have been affected. Right down this road here, that's where you see power lines down, and a beloved bookstore that just got a ton of damage, the roof blown off. That's where we go live to Julia Miller, who has more after speaking to them today about picking up the pieces. Julia?
I'm here at the CEI Bookstore. It is just off the main square downtown, and they were one business that were hit very hard by this tornado. As you can imagine, this store director, Lance Taylor, tells me the news of what happened, and then seeing the damage in person is extremely difficult.
Total shock. I mean, you know, you don't expect something like that middle of the night to get a message and a picture with your place of employment and what you poured your heart and soul into, and a great cause. Just having the roof ripped off and wondering what's left and what do we do from here.
Despite everything, store employees' spirits are staying high. They were out here all day to see what's salvageable and will continue that process over the next few days and weeks. They tell me the good news is that everything they print, publish, and produce can be ordered quickly. They hope to have their books and materials back in a week or two so that customers can shop with them online. And as they work to find a new normal here, it's important to note how the community has really rallied around them the past couple of days. Employees here tell me they've been offered food and temporary storage for their remaining books. Reporting live in Athens with coverage you can count on, Julia Miller, WAAY 31 News. Back to you, Tory.
So, Julia, one of the things that stuck out to me is the fact that there are still books sitting there on the shelves while the roof is gone. There's a lot of images like that out here. And for those business owners who have been impacted, now many questions about just how much this is going to cost to rebuild some of these buildings, to fix some that just have damage as well. Georgia Clark spent the day talking to many different organizations who are fundraising, but also searching for answers about how much it will cost. Georgia?
That's right, Tory. It could take some time before we know the exact amount that this damage will cost the Athens community. I spoke with EMA officer Caleb King, and he says this process to find out the monetary cost takes time and state and federal assistance. Right now, the EMA and other agencies are still conducting damage assessments, so we won't even have an estimate for another few days. But King says the heaviest cost in these kinds of situations is someone's life. And though thankfully no one was hurt or killed this weekend, he stresses to everyone to take severe weather seriously.
Everybody says, okay, well, we're under tornado watch. We're going to be under that for a while. They need to treat a severe thunderstorm warning just like it could be a tornado warning. Because like in this instance, we didn't get a warning on it. Again, like I said, because of the data. At any point, that severe thunderstorm can turn into a spin-up tornado.
King says if you have any damage, please report it because that could get them closer to the threshold of a disaster declaration, which then makes the county eligible for FEMA money. That money could go towards fixing all of this damage and helping the community. But you can find out how to report your damage on our website, WAAYTV.com. Reporting live in Athens with coverage you can count on. Georgia Clark, WAAY 31 News.
Thanks so much, Georgia, for that. Also, some businesses here on Main Street in the area coming together to fundraise as well for those who have been affected, a close-knit group here. But as far as some of the surveying goes, the National Weather Service survey crews also spent the day in other areas outside of North Alabama checking on some of the reported damage there and seeing what they could see. Some of those areas include Taft, Tennessee, west of Tanner, and south of Hillsboro.